Good morning, you guys at home. Thank you for being with us. So, by the way, the camera will be here. Otherwise, you won't see me. So, if you don't care to be in the camera, there will people streaming the classes from home. If you don't care, you can stay there. In other words, if you don't want to be famous, move to the other side. Yeah?
Why famous?
They won't recognize me with my
They'll
mask.
say,
They'll say, oh, I'm doing all right. Look at this person. They can barely move.
So the thing is, when they stream the class, I have to do the whole class. I cannot stop them. So I'll do the whole class. Now they can see my yoga. There you go. Perfect. Yeah. All right, officially, good morning. Welcome to Yoga Fusion. I call Yoga Fusion just in case if you don't remember, because it's not specifically one type of yoga. There are several types of yoga: Ashtanga, Shivananda. I call it power yoga, and also Vinyasa, which is the one that I believe I'm closer to. Vinyasa means flow. See this motion, this infinity motion, or number 8, incline, infinity motion. Actually, what this 8 is like this is called infinity motion. If you remember that, it's cool. So every motion that we do, I like because my background in fitness and aerobics and dancing too, I like a more approach to vinyasa. But there are some other yoga classes specializing, for example, restorations or recovering or stretching, which I do too a lot. So my three important things are always meditation, but it's not the deepest part of it. I do more workout with the yoga and a full stretch and a lot of alignment. So remember, the alignment is very important. So that's why I mentioned the name of the parts that I want you guys to have in the right position. You're gonna notice it, but just pulling off your shoulders, you say, "Oh, I was slouching my shoulder. Nobody told me." It's just details like that, so you have really the right position. Yeah, we hold the poses, the basic time, the necessary time, no long like the Shivananda yoga or Iyengar. Hold poses for a long time. Different, or Kripalu yoga or Kundalini that works the spine with the chakra. So it's good to know. Sometimes with the evolution, you guys can take different type of yoga, eventually specific with some. Sarasota has those kind. But here in the team, we do integrate yoga, all together. And that's why I call my class Yoga Fusion. Yeah? Okay, stand up straight. Tuck your hips under. Let's start moving first the body. I don't want you to start with so passive. We need to maximize the 45 now, 40 minutes class as much as we can. So twist your torso. Every time you twist your torso, you'll notice the hip is moving too. When you move the hips, the knees are not happy. Why? Because you are rotating the knees. See, this is the femur bone here. The tibialis. You're doing this motion on the knee. The knee is not made for that. It needs flex. It's like a hinge. So when you twist the torso, keep your hips straight ahead, tuck your hip under, and twist. Keep your hips straight. You're gonna see the difference, and also more isolation. Then follow your hands with your eyes. Behind you. And now, you're gonna start twisting the hip back, moving the feet inward, in and in. See, that way you say that torso twist and do not involve necessarily the knee. You're moving with the flow of the motion. Now reach the arms, both arms straight, stand up straight, nice and tall. Raising both arms, look at the mirror yourself. And see your neck nice and long. It means you are not incorporating your shoulder blades, uh, shoulder, shoulder coming out with the scapula retraction. You're drawing your shoulders away from the ears. That's anytime we raise the arm, that's all we want. Okay? Now hands to your thighs, soften your knees, flex only on your hips. Try not to curve your spine. Lengthen your spine, your neck is aligned with your spine. You're not doing it at all, not at all. A U inverted position right now. In fact, try to make a U in your spine by bringing your chest forward and lengthening your neck and the crown of your head going diagonal towards the corner of the glass. Now, run your spine slowly, your head at last. Shoulder blades retract, it means scapula together. Now take a deep breath and exhale and swing all the way down to the ground. Bring your hands beside your feet. And you feel first the stretch of the glass. You can shift your hip to the left and to your right, swing it. Make sure you guys are looking down towards your thighs, maybe, or between your legs, but don't raise your head a little. That will be a little crunch in your neck. Just listen to me now because you don't see me. If you're really doing exactly what I'm saying, you're not seeing me now. Now, grab your arms and cross your arms. So grab the opposite arm with your hand and crossing your arms. And let the gravity take action on this spine stretch. You're supposed to be upside down. Remember, if you have high blood pressure or glaucoma in your eyes, you don't want to have your head below your heart. Not even maybe a second, or maybe no more than 30 seconds at the most. Now, bring yourself up halfway up only, except inhale deep, exhale down. You can now have your knees fully extended. You're allowed to bend your knees a little bit. Again, halfway up, inhale, exhale down. And then scooping up motion, all the way up, inhale, hands to your heart. Arms by the side, please. Again, shake both legs a little bit, free motion. And for only 30 seconds, close your eyes, just to do something very important. Create an intention for this class. We're creating intention, which means recognize and bring up the reason that we're here beside our routine. Why do I am here? Why I'm here? What I'm doing here? And create that little intention. There are many reasons maybe. Choose and pick one. I call physical, something that's bothering you physically, your lower back, headache, stomach, shoulders. I need to stretch. Pick one only, physically, one part of your body. And then internally, you know what's happening with you. And let me guide you until the end of the class to make this day a little better. Well, I assume you already picked a couple of things for you. Take a deep breath and let's move. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Now please step right leg all the way to the back in lunges position. If you look at my back foot, my heel is above my toes. My heel is not beyond my toes, which is a common mistake when you do lunges. Glide and shift your body forward. If you have, like I do, I believe, short arms, use your fingertips. Then drop the knee on the ground, right there. Then you can place your top of your foot flat. If you have some cramps in your back foot, tuck your toes under immediately. If still you have some cramps, do this. That will disappear the cramp. Now, pushing your hips, shifting forward and down, raise both arms. Inhale, exhale. Hands now framing your left foot, and then shift your hips to the back, and then to the front. Then lift again, scoop it up, breathe, exhale down. We do about 4 times this motion. It's very nice mobility. Wake up your hips. Exhale. And bring you nice flexibility in the hips. Therefore, your lower back, if it's a little sore and tight, it will release some stress there. Back and forth. And then hold it and lift back knee off the ground. And step forward the back foot again. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend. One more time. Halfway up, extend, lift the spine, the crown of your head towards the front mirror. Exhale, reach down. Now the last one, all the way up towards the sky, breathe in. Hands to your heart. Again, breathe in, full forward bend, and reach deep down.
Now you step left leg behind you. Long step, and remember the back heel above your toes, not beyond. Center the hips, square that hip, especially the left side. Try to move up a little bit. Now bring the left hip around, down. When you feel the stretched muscle, the hip flexors, left leg, especially hip flexors, and the right glute muscle, you drop the knee on the floor. Keep the back foot toes tucked under or pointed if you want, and then lift both arms straight. Breathe in, exhale. Don't forget the technique, reach back and forth. Both raising your arms without involving your shoulders. Sink and push forward and down your hips. Inhale, exhale again. Reach back and forth. We're doing halfway now. Breathe, lengthen. Exhale. Reach back and forth. Now the last one, lift, lengthen up straight. Exhale down, reach back and forth. Now hold into the pose, lifting the back knee off the ground. And then from here, please, the front foot, listen, the front foot goes to the back in the plank position. Readjust the position of your body. Again, like you did in lunges, your feet are with the heels above your toes, not beyond. If you look at me, this will be wrong. Heels beyond. Now glide your body forward. Another aspect, pull your stomach in and up. Feel like the power to lift every internal organ in and out. When we hold the plank poses in your wrist, you find that your wrists are sensitive. Use your forearms if you need to modify the plank pose. Pull up off your shoulders without slouching your shoulders. Pull your throat in and up, your neck up towards the ceiling. Keep lengthening the crown of your head towards the front mirror. Breathe. Now drop only one knee down and then the other. Top of your feet flat and straight, child's pose. Stretch, reach, and relax. Elbows down, you can circle both wrists. And then come up forward. You're gonna glide your body back and forward a little bit, so you're gonna stretch a little bit your wrist. When you go beyond your shoulders, go beyond your wrist. Be careful with that. You feel a little extension in your wrist beyond the natural one. And now, just one hand, only one without putting the pressure in that hand. Bring the hand palm face up and try to stretch without, your body weight is on the left side, not on the right at all. Just feel the stretch. And to the point it's just kind of feeling stretch without discomfort. There you go. Then switch. Shift your body to the right so your body weight is on the right hand down. And then flip the hand, palm face up, and feel that stretch. You can move further back a little bit to stretch more that wrist. That's good. See, your body weight is not on that hand, please. Now make a plank again. Both hands, of course, flat again. Lifting one knee to make the perfect plank is you extend one leg first, and then the other foot goes next to the other. That's all about. And then from plank pose, please, reach up high. Walk 2 little steps forward towards your feet, towards your hands, sorry. So your feet will be closer to your hands. It's very important when you do plank after downward dog after planks. You have to have your feet closer than when you do plank poses. The distance between your hands and feet in plank poses is longer than when you do downward dog. So that's why I request to do 2 little steps forward. So your heels can go further down. Even though if they cannot reach down, you're still allowed to bend your knees a little bit. Now everybody begin stepping your feet one at a time, lifting the heels up and down. Play with that, lifting heels both at the same time. But you're lifting the heels and then therefore the tailbone. That your upper body is not moving forward. You're still pressing chest down towards your toes. Keep that V inverted position instead of U. Now take your right leg up towards the sky, please. Reach up high and swing the right knee to the right elbow. You're gonna hold a plank, this modified plank pose, the first strengthening pose of the class. Hold it. And that knee goes back down again. Reach up high, that leg. Now feet together. Settle the pose again. Feel free to recover anytime with child's pose, please. Lifting your left leg up towards the sky And swing now the left knee to the left elbow. So making the plank pose, modify with the left knee, touching as much as you can your left arm somewhere. Forearm, triceps, elbow. And then you kick back up again. Breathe. Then feet together, please. Everybody walk your hands now back to your feet. I like to walk my hands with my fist. A little easier for my hands, particularly myself. Forward bend, cross your arms, and again, let the gravity stretch your upper body. Hands to your thighs, please. Extend your elbows. So you have your head now above your heart. So go from flat position a little higher, more diagonal. Really, the blood of your head returns down. If you're flat, it will stay there. You want to be up here, transitioning to stand up. Breathe in through the nose, hands to your heart, walking forward to the front of your mat. Breathe in, exhale. And the last one, breathe, exhale. Step right leg behind you in angle. Both knees fully extended. Twist your torso to your right. So your torso is facing the exit wall. Both arms straight, one behind you, the other in front. Turn your shoulders under. Turn your face towards the front mirror. Triangle pose. Stomach is full and tight. Your glutes tight as well. Now lurch your body a little bit forward as you push your hip to the back. And then return. Preparing those left, especially inner thighs muscles. Again, lurch. And then return. We're going horizontally. Left. And then the final one, go all the way down with the palm facing that wall, reaching left hand, left fingers to the level of holding or touching just something below the knee level. Make sure you are not compressing that hand into, pressing that hand into whatever you have in the hand, on the block, on your shin bone. So you're just touching it with the fingertips, not touching the neck. So just touch. And then lift up. Still left knee straight. Left hand goes outside the right knee. Lift up high. Breathe in through a couple of breathing cycles here. Exhale. Feel the stretch coming from your left fingers to your left foot. At the same time, you're laying. Noticing you are not crunching the right side, still the right side. And then exhale, reach both combinations. Exhale as you go down to triangle. And then lift up to reverse triangle. Let's get these two poses. And you lead them with your breathing cycle. Let the breath lead the action. You can start modifying this by bringing your hand behind you and reach further back. And so moving the arms with flow and take the right hand overhead down to your ear as long as this shoulder remains there, not forward. Up there. If not, just keep the arms up there. Keep moving. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach long. And if you want to continue going down, and lift up. Take a deep breath. And exhale. And the last one, breathe in through the nose. And then become right knee, bend, left forearm to your thighs. You're still opening wide. Touch on the right shoulder, left shoulder, legs, everything behind you are leaning against that wall and touching them. Feel free to raise an arm and or bring the arm down to your ear. Look up if you want to. Notice my left shoulder is and this is very close. Now take a deep breath and swing around the arm, spin the back foot in lunges position, please. And then from there, the front leg goes all the way up towards the sky. Lift up high. Then feet together, please. Make a plank pose. With your knees or not, drop the knees and chest between your thumbs, called vinyasa sequence. Inhale deep, extend the arms all the way up. Upward dog. You tuck your toes under, lift your hips up towards the sky, downward dog. Don't forget to lift the chest forward. Plank again. Chaturanga means push up. Chest down, remember knees down or raise, then lift it up, swing, scoop it up. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up towards the sky. Make a plank again. Breathe in, exhale, and lift up. Downward dog. It's going to be the last one of this vinyasa sequence. Plank pose with your knees down or not. Elbows attached to your side ribs. Then drop the hips, scoop it up, lengthen down. And settle the downward dog for a few breathing cycles, please. Keep pressing your chest down towards your toes. Keep dropping your head. You're making eye contact with your knees or above your knees, your thighs even better. Press your hands harder to the mat. Press the heels down and feel the sensation of lifting your tailbone towards the sky. So opposite, you create the stretch. Take a deep breath and begin walking your hands back to your feet, all the way to the back. Forward bend, halfway up. Take a deep breath. Exhale down. Again, halfway up. Bend your knees a little bit. Exhale down. And then with your knees soft and bent, scoop it up all the way up towards the sky. Breathe in. Hands to your heart. Arms by the sides. Feel free for a few seconds. Motions. As you move forward again to the front part of your mat. All right. Back straight, shoulder blades retract. Your body's telling you something, huh? Something is missing. The other side. Go and figure if we finish the class now, you go to your house. I need it. That's the idea. Now step now your left foot behind you. Remember the back foot is in inside angle. Yeah? The back foot in triangles and also warriors never are perpendicular. Physiologists, people, yogis, physiologists told me that. And I'm right, I agree. They are right, I'm agree. Okay, twist your torso completely towards that wall. Extend both arms. When you raise the arms to the sides, turn those shoulders under, lifting your chest, turn your face to the front mirror. And begin lurching your body front and back. So by doing this, we prepare the thighs and inner thighs muscles. As you lurch your body forward, you push your back, which is your left hip, to the back window. Yeah? And now let's go all the way down, kind of peeling your chest open wide and reach now the right hand in the level you want to keep the triangle pose. Remember, you're not placing the upper body on that hand in connection with your bottom leg. La otra, la derecha. So imagine again that wall behind you. So you're going to touch, lean on that wall. So your left hand never is beyond your shoulder. Otherwise, you go beyond the door, the wall. So left shoulder blade especially is aligned with that. Before you move, take a deep breath. Exhale as you lift, reach up high. It's important that you breathe in first because while moving, you exhale, contracting your abdomen to protect the lower back. Reach up high. We're holding this pose for a few seconds before making it flow. Reach up high. Now extend and reach down and up. Exhale, of course, when you reach down to triangle. And whenever you need, reach up again to reverse warrior. Sorry, triangle. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, lurch. And then reach down, hands down. Try to make it better every repetition. When you get back to the first one, try to make it better. Means deeper, stronger, better alignment. Maybe your hand reaches down to your foot without losing that contact with the imaginary. Remember, the left arm could go overhead to down to your left ear. Inhale, dip. Exhale, lurch first and reach down. times. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, reach, stretch. And the very last time up. Well, from here, from the triangle, we convert into side angle pose. So bend the right knee and bring your right forearm to your thigh. Just touch it. Touch the skin to skin, not body weight on it. Raise your left arm up towards the sky and or lift the arm overhead down to your left ear. Still looking up. So what we're looking for here is the alignment of it. By thinking of the alignment, actually that's a point of meditation where we hold any pose. You're moving away from your world, what's happening with you, and you're thinking in something completely different, which is your alignment. So think about your body. Go inside your body. Think about that micro world inside of you, trying to be strong, aligned. Now sweep around that left arm and bring the hand down as you spin the back foot in lunges position, hip lunges. The front leg goes all the way to the back. Reach up high. Feet together, downward dog. Make a plank pose vinyasa sequence again with your knees down or just down to your thumbs and in between without touching it, and then lift and scooping up, extend. Continue with the sequence. Just go on your own pace. Inhale, exhale. Before you move, inhale, exhale. Breathe, exhale. Every 2 repetitions, there's one breathing. Every 2 repetitions, one exhalation. When we reach up to upward dog or cobra position, you're going to come out of the shell. Don't stay down inside. Here, come up and then lengthen your neck without being shrugging your shoulders. Tucking your toes under again. And one more time, last one. Reach down and reach straight. Lengthen, reach all the way up. Downward dog, please. Take the right leg, please, all the way up towards the sky. And we're going to prepare for pigeon position. Then swing the right leg in front of you. Your shin bone goes on the mat first. Without placing your right glute on the mat, it's called high pigeon pose. From there you start measuring your flexibility, especially of the right knee. The right knee is the one that should not never bother you or suffer. You have a pillow in your house, something that you put underneath a block. If not, you don't need that. Do this. Tuck your toes under, lift the back heel, and begin walking the knee, heel, so you reach further down, and then at the end, you drop that glute on the ground. From there, you start thinking about bringing this left hip down, around to the front, little by little. But first, let's bring the arms down to the ground, forwards. And then from here, it's up to you how you want to modify. You have options. You can drop completely your upper body down on the mat. And remember, the modifications are always what? So here Arlene is doing the modification if someone has back issues and knees issues. The modification at home is the front leg that I asked you to cross. You cross on the left, over the left, and interlace your fingers behind the other leg. So you keep that position as a modification of the pigeon pose, if you cannot make it as a pigeon pose regular. So in the meantime, you start gaining some flexibility, mobility in muscles. So little by little, you have to listen first to your body, of course. Try to challenge your body, but all the time, guys, in this pose, try to bring the left hip around, down to the mat to be parallel to the right side of your hip. That's a nice part of this pose, it stretches and brings nice stretch in the hip. And there's a little muscle called piriformis muscle on the right glute. In this moment, we're stretching that muscle right there. Goes across the hip horizontally. You're stretching that muscle too. The only negative part of this pose is some, after a little while could cause some numbness in the right leg, which is actually the moment that you have to release the pose. So put your hands now by the chest and extend your arms. Here's now a little relief for this hip, but the deep stretch for this left front part of the hip. So walk your hands closer under your shoulders and stretch, trying to bring this hip left around down. You're gonna feel a nice stretch there. All right? You're gonna tap your toes under, lift the back knee, and you're gonna kick that leg. Stay there, Arlene. Don't change. You're gonna go back to the same. Take a deep breath and then you kick the leg all the way up, and you say, feet together. Ay, caramba. Feet together, everybody. Now, feel in that downward dog position the blood of the right leg, which was blocked somehow because of the leg cross and your body on it, is going down the blood. See, it's kind of like unclogging your pipes. See, the current is boom, going straight and taking away everything, residuals. This is the way I figure it out. All right, now left leg goes all the way up towards the sky. And you're going to see now the left leg all the way to the front, and the pigeon pose on the left leg side is ready. Now, here's important aspect. The left knee never is the same or equal than the right knee. We all have issues. Sometimes the right knee bothers us more than the left, or vice versa. So you have to realize which kind of modifications now you need for this knee. Okay? You have now the pose, walk knee, heel, knee, heel, and then drop the left tush down until you feel really set in the pose, settle there. After that, you begin going down, down, and down, and stretch. Very good. So we do exactly the same as we did on the other side. You can walk completely both arms straight forward and have your head down. If your head cannot touch the ground, you can make a pillow with your towel or your forehead, your forearms, or maybe make a fist with your hands and place your forehead on top so your neck is relaxed. That's important part of it, that you have to relax your neck. Breathe and exhale the tightness, exhale the pain. Breathe in health, exhale the tightness and pain. Now everybody bring your hands by the chest and lift up the upper body. There you go. Last little chance to shift a little bit of hip to the right and bring that stretching on the hip flexor, front part of the right leg. Now from here, you're going to tuck your toes under. And then you're going to lift the back knee off the ground, then kick all the way up towards the sky. And you say, ooh, feet together. Sorry, people coming first time to my classes, what we do in my classes, usually noise. And it's Arlene's fault. She started with this. Arlene and Pat, and then Karen continued with that. And Janice continued with that.
Oh, you didn't get the message? I sent it out to
Begin walking your hands back to your feet, please. You start to visualize now, cross your arms, start to visualize now, important part of your yoga class is balance. And you do a couple of poses. Then please, hands up on your thighs. 75% up. This will be 50%. See, halfway, 75% I made it. And then round your spine, your head at last, nice and long. Good job, shaking both legs. Free motion, please. All right, we'll do the modified chair pose. Since we already used the knee with the pigeon, the knees are fine now to do this pose. So you're gonna cross right leg over the left. You can go to the side walls if you need to hold into something. Your back straight, please. So you're gonna flex the left knee and sit deeper, not bending over. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Find a spot in some place that you can, guys, focus and look at without being distracted. So find that spot at that on the ground you can look at. Then in the meantime, your alignment is very important. You lengthen your spine. Try not to forward bend. Don't make like a C curve in your spine. In fact, straighten your spine. Raise your chest forward and up. Lengthen your neck. You feel that help as well. Push your tailbone further back. See? So you distribute the body weight, not only in one spot. So distribution of body weight is one of the successful aspects for balance poses. Any balancing pose required your core muscles tight, which is from there when you get the gravity center. I can stop because I am the teacher. Keep it stay in the pose. It didn't sound like I'm your father. No, because I never say that to my children. I am your father. I never say that.
Puppy.
I'm your puppy. Now take a deep breath, lift yourself, raise the knee, arms by the sides, and then you say to your leg, go down straight. Shaking both legs nice and long. Again, go back to your position, natural position, which is lengthen your neck. You're gonna grow, believe me, promise. If you do this all the time, anytime you remember, this is scapular retraction, you're not gonna shrink like this. You're gonna be like that. You want to. Okay, again, cross the other leg now. Find the bottom foot in the right position, in the right spreaded foot, sole, like soft in tissue, giving you that support, not the bony part of your body, of your sole of your feet, who are kind of not easy. Make the sole of your feet cushy, texture. Feel that the tissue there, not your bones, giving you that balance. So relax it. Contract your abs, lengthen your neck, pull your throat, your neck to the back. Breathe. Remember, at home you can use a chair or lean back against the wall if you need support. Take a deep breath, inhale, and release the knee and drop that foot on the ground. Back to your mat, please. Shaking both legs. Shoulder blades retracted. And lifting up, breathe in through the nose. Exhale, forward bend. Step right. And then the left leg in the plank position. Drop the left knee on the ground. Raise right arm towards the sky. Into side plank pose. The first modification is with the left knee on the ground and the right foot too. Second modification, you raise the top leg aligned with the mat parallel. And the third option is lifting the bottom knee in the side plank pose. Remember, you don't want to smash that left shoulder, bottom shoulder. Lift up, pull up off the bottom shoulder. Breathe in, exhale. 2 more times, breathe. You can take that arm down to your right ear like Karen just did. That's optional too. And then lift up and then make a plank again. Everybody right away plank and switch immediately to the other side since the other side was resting. Again, you have the modification, bottom foot on the ground, top foot raised, and or the bottom knee up in the air. You can modify the position of the top arm too. Lift nice and tall. Breathe. Now shaking aloud at this point. I am shaking. Now make a plank. Strong arms now, grip chest between your thumbs, and all the way up towards the sky. Downward dog, lifting your hips 2 little steps. Now make a plank. Only plank for transition. Hold it, drop the knee on the floor, then the other two, and very gently, way, fully extend both legs, and reach the legs this way. You can scoot forward, hands on the ground, scoot forward your butt, grab your hamstrings, and roll down to your mat. Cross your feet, Rock your knees to your left, to your right. Beautiful. Feet on the floor, please. Now you're going to tuck your hips under and lift the hips off the ground. Make sure the stomach is as much as you can below hip level. So you're tucking the hip under, and both arms begin walking down, down until you interlace your fingers under your body. Walk your shoulder blades in together, so they are now like it's retracted, holding to that bridge pose. Beautiful. The key here is to contract the glute muscles as much as you can. That's going to raise the hip up high. By contracting muscles, the glute muscles, the hip comes up high. You tilt, tuck the hip under as well all the time. Breathe. Reassure the position of your feet. Do extend right leg only. You keep both sides of the hip parallel. This is the tricky part of this. Alignment, that's what you're looking for. And then switch. The other foot, lift both knees parallel, both hips especially now parallel. Down. Now right leg comes up, knee bend and kick up straight, flex the ankle and reach up high. That heel towards the sky. Keep squeezing your hands to each other. Bend the knee and down. The last one, lift, flex the ankle and kick up. Bend your knee and down. Release your fingers. Arms by the sides, open both arms to the sides. Drop your vertebrae one at a time until the lower back places on the mat. Then you cross right leg over the left. Don't forget to, don't skip this part, which is shifting the hip to the right edge of the mat. Only the hip. I didn't say your bottom foot. And then lower your knees to your left until your right foot first touch the ground. When the right foot is on the ground, you can relax the hip because it's not placed on top, so it's not floating. Then you place your left hand on top of the knee, and you start pulling gently, a little bit more than by gravity would. So turn your face to your right, look towards the right hand, feel that stretch. So the key and the tip for this pose is if you pull too much the hand with your hands, you pull too much down, too far down that right knee, you're gonna feel more of the stretch on the hip, and some people even though feel some pressure bone against bone. So you gotta measure how far you can pull that knee so you still feel the lower back, but no more on the hip. So as you breathe out, bringing down that knee gently. So it could be every 5, 6, 7 seconds when the muscle gets more flexible, start pulling further down. When we do poses like this, we do not realize how many muscles are tight that are not allowed in the position to maximize its stretch. For example, think about your waist muscles. Are they tight or contracted? Relax them. Relax your stomach. It's not the moment to contract your abs. Dead weight. Your inner thighs muscles, adductors, are they tight? Maybe yes. Relax them. See that gravity begins to take action on you. So you're helping the gravity to stretch that lower back by pulling that knee too. If someone wants to go to a deeper stretch with this pose, extend the leg, the right one, and grab your calf muscle. You're going to feel now another part of your body is stretched. It's called the IT band. So the IT band is a tendon actually of the muscle which is in the hip glute area. So that tendon goes down to the tibialis bone, attached to the tibialis, what you guys call the shin bone. That's what is called T band. I because it starts in the ischa. Ischa is a part of the hip. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. In Spanish is ischa. And ischa, T, tibialis, IT band. Many pains in the outside part of the knee are this tendon. Not because the knee itself is. Now everybody bend that knee and bring knees back to center and cross your legs if you were still crossed. Hips back to neutral position. Cross your feet, bring your knees up to your chest. Rock your knees to your left and to your right, please. Stretch. Feet down. Open both arms again. And this time you cross left over the right, please. Begin shifting your hips to the left edge of your mat and then lower your knees to your right. There you go. Again, you're going to feel that stretching maybe a little different than the other side. It happens. Sometimes we have one side of the spine more flexible than the other. Also, we all have somehow a little scoliosis in the spine without knowing, without being a pathologic issue for you. But we have some deviation, some curve in the spine that it does not necessarily affect us. But when you feel the stretch in one side is deeper than the other, maybe it's because of that. Don't be afraid, it's just, it happens. Try to feel that both of sides are stretched in the same intensity, please. Again, relax the hips and pull gentle until you feel the lower back stretching. Again, breathe and then exhale. Relax and recover. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And now the next step, if you want, extend the left leg, still holding your shin bone or your calf muscle or lower, even though better, the heels of your foot. Stretch. When you reach the maximum stretch of that left leg, if you have the leg out, really relax again the hip, melt every part of your hip, your core muscles, relax. Everybody, please. Bend the left knee if you have it straight, the bend extended, sorry. Uncross the leg if not to, and then twist your spine. Bring your knees back to center, please. Knees up to your chest. Just cross the ankles, rock your knees, or circle both knees. And then lower yourself to your left side and push yourself up. And please have a seat. I stretch myself today. Now, always will have one leg in front of the other. Yeah? And you cross right your leg, you cross the same leg, you cross into cross the other leg now. So you can see the difference. It's completely different. Okay, walk from here without moving your feet. Walk your seats, bounce a little bit to the back. Then bring your hands and forearms down. Good job. Then bring your hands back out again. Hands behind you, lifting your chest. When I do poses, long poses, stretching like we did, spinal twist at the end, I use that like a shavasana cool down. Your heart rate goes down slowly. And walk your hands back to you, hands on top of your hands. Turn your face now to your left and tuck your chin down to the left side of your chest without crunching that neck. Then back to center, turn your face to your right side, tuck your chin down to the right side of your chest. Center, and then look up. Close your eyes and now remember the intention, if you did one, in the beginning of the class. And now find out how do you feel at the end of the class.
your face completely relaxed. Although it's not part of a yoga class, but believe me, it's part of the human being in me. Today, we all feel relief of all these months of stress. Whatever happens, it's over tomorrow. And I really hope to this, my new country, to become a peaceful country and be in the real country that I found 20 years ago. Peace for everybody. Namaste.